One of the games that was announced at the Game Awards of 2021 was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And guys, you know me being a massive horror fan, I gotta tell you, I was pretty excited when I saw the trailer. Really gave you those vibes of the movies and such. And so I want to go ahead and break down the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, everything that we know so far about this title. And I would love to have a real conversation with you guys in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, this is coming to us from John Squires over at Bloody Disgusting. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game developers tease new Leatherface family members you'll be meeting. Announced during the Game Awards, Gun Interactive, they're the ones, of course, guys, who made Friday the 13th the game, is working with Sumo Nottingham on an asymmetrical multiplayer video game based on the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, soon headed to PC and current-gen consoles. Gun's Ronnie Hobbs teases in a new post on the game's official website, Texas is all about family. The cook, the hitchhiker, and Leatherface all have specific jobs to do and roles to play. Without each other, the family simply couldn't exist and operate efficiently for very long. So when it comes to creating a multiplayer horror experience based on this film, we knew the family dynamic had to be a top priority. How they interact, how they work together, and how they all have specific strengths and weaknesses would be the basis of the killer experience. So first of all, guys, this being a multiplayer experience is something that's really interesting to me, at least, that it's going. I'm really interested to see how they go about doing this as a multiplayer experience, but I'm really excited for it. Is it going to be something similar to kind of like Dead by Daylight? Maybe somebody is Leatherface and somebody else is maybe another family member and everyone else is trying to escape. It'll be interesting to see how they put this one together. Now, as interesting as the cook, hitchhiker, and Leatherface are, 3 killers simply wouldn't be enough to sustain the game for long periods of time. We needed more. Luckily, Kim Henkel came through again to help us solve the issue. Kim had several ideas for additional characters that never made it into the 1974 film, but ultimately he allowed us to create new Slaughter family members on our own. This level of trust meant the world to me. I knew each new family member had to be unique and memorable while at the same time looking like they belonged. To put it simply, they needed to stand out, but not in a negative way. So I think it's really awesome, guys, that Kim allowed there to be new characters, really opens up the imagination, and it also makes it going to be some, unfamiliar territory for a lot of us who, of course, have watched the movies. Obviously, we know the story. We've watched it a number of times. And that being said, this is going to maybe be some things that we haven't seen before in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, in an article coming to us from Luke Weiser Sachel of Give Me Sport, some of the interesting, intricacies of this game, guys, a lot of it has to, comes down to, when the release date is. Those are big time questions that us as a fan base are asking ourselves. So now, many in the gaming community were over the moon to hear the announcement that the new game, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, would be released in the future. We have all the information you need to know. Now, as far as the release date goes, so that's number one, guys. The developers haven't revealed any official information around the release date, and due to this, we do not have a confirmed date for the game to go live. Now, however, rumors are suggesting that we could be treated to the game in early 2022, possibly February. Now, obviously, guys, it really comes down to we haven't seen game footage yet. We've only seen really just some cinematics from the trailer. So it's hard to tell how far along they are in the production of this title. Is it complete or very close to complete? It's hard to say. It's a multiplayer experience. So with that being said, obviously, I think if they've only been focusing on it being multiplayer, I would say that we probably will see it at some point in 2022. But if they also have a story, like a campaign tagged along to the multiplayer, then maybe it'll be something that's going to be coming out later in the future, like maybe in 2023. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that one. If you haven't seen the trailer, guys, definitely check it out. Obviously, with gameplay, guys, sadly, there hasn't been any proper gameplay footage revealed officially or leaked on social media. When gameplay footage is revealed, they'll be sure, and I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. Now, as far as the multiplayer goes, it is expected that this game will mainly run a multiplayer game mode in a similar style to the very popular game Friday the 13th. This will see one player play as a horror character, whilst the other players try to survive and escape. There will no doubt be some exciting changes and new features for gamers to play when the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game is released. Obviously, guys, to me, being from the creators of Friday the 13th and that title, which was awesome, I am so excited about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think that they could really add some really fun elements to similar to what they did with Friday the 13th, but I also want there to be differences. I would really like them to make a full package here with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that being multiplayer, co-op, and, campaign. All of those modes together would really bring you back to the experience over and over again. And I would love to see a true, campaign of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it would be really cool to be able to get our hands on that. And obviously playing a game that's based on true events, that would be really awesome. But playing the multiplayer at the end of the day, guys, that's going to bring you back to the experience over and over again. If they add enough content, that's certainly something else. Is this game going to be free to play? Or are you going to have to pay, the $60 price tag? Most likely, if we, follow the trend from Friday the 13th, probably is going to be in that, along that same, that same path. But what I will say is that I'm really hoping that they take things that worked from Friday the 13th, but they also continue to innovate and make this a really a game that stands on its own. I'm very excited for it, guys, and I'll be sure to give you guys more information as we get closer to the launch of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited about this title? Let me know. And for more the Texas Chainsaw Massacre content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.